Hello.
Yeah, hello!
This is Lemon Knife, and today we're doing our top 10
Metal
songs.
We're such metal. We're so
Yes,
metal very
yeah, very
well.
convincing.
So, who wants to go first?
I'll go first, and my pre-comments will be that, like, unlike our top 100 list, but since everything's this is limited to one per artist,
Yes.
and I'll also say this is probably one of my more predictable lists, especially in the bands that will appear on it, because the greats of metal are very great.
Some of my individual songs I think changed since top 100, but I think the bands all remain pretty intact as well.
I bet alright, how many bands do you think we'll have in common?
Ooh, like, I'm gonna say at least 5.
Yeah, I'll bet 6 bands in common, 1 song in common between our two lists.
Alright.
We'll find out.
We will, won't we?
My number 10 will probably not be one of them. It is Burnt Offerings by Iced Earth.
No, that's not on mine.
Yes,
I don't even actually even remember this one, but I'm sure I've heard
It's
it.
kind of, this is on my list to kind of be like the kind of threatening demonic side of metal. Like, this is kind of the song that starts with a creepy synth or bells or something, and then it's just like, and the chorus is like,
Burn your soul.
The chorus is like, burn. That's what you said. It's like.
yes, they start every chorus with like,
Burn your soul.
Every verse also. Everything starts with like. Valley Girl
Like
metal.
in the graveyard.
Like. Oh my god.
Anyway, it has a bunch of different parts. The chorus is like threatening, but also catchy. So that's my number 10.
I guess somewhat similar. This is also very menacing sounding, but I think the lyrics are a lot more playful. This is kind of a little bit of a guilty pleasure, but my number 10 is Dragula, which, by the way, that's the Munsters vehicle. If anyone's ever seen the old Munsters show, this is what Rob Zombie named the song after. This is like industrial metal. It's like a step beyond, I think, like 9 Inch Nails and things like that. Just very like growly vocals. It's a little more electronic-ish than some of his other stuff, but like not electronic to the point of being, it's like dancey metal, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I don't really understand what the lyrics are even talking about. I think he's just making a bunch of metaphors out of ancient TV
Probably
shows.
just talking about a cool car, yeah.
I mean, pretty much. Yeah, it's just the Munsters drag racer. What more do you want? I don't know. There's something about this song that's just like very driving, and it's very difficult not to move when I hear it, you know?
Yeah.
It's very, yeah, you know.
All right, my number 9. This generally is a older list, but this is one of the few kind of relatively recent songs on it. This is Detonation by Trivium.
Quite some names you've got going
Yes.
here. Burnt Offerings,
Detonation.
and I'm like, Dragula!
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 Dragulas.
Oh no.
So yeah, Trivium, I actually haven't listened to much else by them, but this song is fantastic. It's got all these parts. It's kind of like starts out very aggressive, it gets even more aggressive for the bridge, and then it kind of almost goes to like a soft spoken, almost like an alternative rock kind of part for the ending, and it like slows down even more. Like, so it fits a lot of
pieces,
parts into
yeah.
like a 4-minute long song with a lot of energy. So like it a lot.
I think like a lot of my lists, as I ascend in number, the number of parts are also going to ascend largely. Maybe even with the exception of number 1 for once. So we'll see, won't we?
I guess we will.
All right, what was my number 9 again? Oh yeah. Number 9, on the other hand, definitely no parts, basically, except it's just a straight-ahead rocker. This is Paranoid by Black Sabbath. Everyone knows it. It's a classic. Kind of like one of the first heavy metal songs, and you definitely saw what was to come. Just such an infectious couple of riffs by Tony Iommi. Just the way the song starts, you never doubt, no matter who's playing it and how badly they're playing it, you know
Yes.
it's Paranoid. Bang, 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 bang.
We've seen a lot of covers of it.
Of varying quality, yes.
Yes.
But
Underwire, good covers.
Underwire had a great cover
Guy
of it.
in the Kenosha Park, not so much.
Oh yeah, he was like a metal Roy Orbison or trying to be, and I was fixed with my woman. How's it gonna tell me? But everything else was exactly the same, which made it even
Yeah, all
worse.
the musicians were normal. I guess the
Well, then were they
skull is
normal?
perfect for this list, isn't it?
That's true.
All right, my number 8 is my one representative from the. think Mia also said she has one glam metal song on her list.
Okay, all right.
This is mine, and this is Dr. Feelgood by Motley Crue.
Okay.
So this is just kind of like, and once you get to glam metal, you're kind of partway between glam metal, hard rock, you know.
It's a big
But
blend of stuff, yeah.
I'll give it to them, you know, they got their guitars, they got everything, and like this is just like the overall groove of the song is great. Like that riff, the chorus, all the instruments going with it. Yeah.
It's one of those songs that if you hear it, you can't not sing along with the backup vocals. It's just like,
Feel
feel good. All right. This is like me with the, headphones in the ear just walking down. Feel good. All right.
Don't tell me how to feel. My children just died.
Feel good. Oh no.
I met a real mean lady at the bus stop today.
She told me to feel good and smile. I never said smile.
I was holding up a sign that said there are refugees dying in Zambia.
Oh no.
She just said, all right.
Oh no. Okay. Well, my number 8 is a little bit different. This is the one new metal song I allowed myself. This is Toxicity by System of a Down. So, definitely my favorite System of a Down song. I'd say you can call this metal. We might
I
bicker
didn't
about
put
it.
System of a Down on my list. They weren't quite metal enough for me, but I think you could definitely argue it.
I just gave my allowance to one glam metal, one new metal, and I guess one industrial metal back in number 10. I'm not sure, but anyway, just like these dramatic vocals and how catchy it remains despite being very like aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
It's and the way it ends compared to the way it begins. It's just such a notable song in general.
Yeah,
you know?
fantastic song. Great to drum along to too.
Oh yeah, I imagine. Like the drums on that song are crazy, and I'm not even a drummer, so. We might be off rhythm now. Don't let us into your acapella group. It's not gonna work.
All right, my number 7 is Ghost Ship of Cannibal Rats by Billy Talent. Getting a Canuck on this list, and I guess several Canucks. I assume they're all Canadian.
That
Who
would make
knows?
sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, this I guess another more recent one for the list. This is kind of just a great it's like a protest song. I think kind of just generally climate change and that sort of thing.
What a great title.
Yeah, great title. Like, how can you not? I think this showed up in my. I knew some other songs. This showed up in my YouTube feed, and it was like, okay, I got to watch something called Ghost Ship of Cannibal Rats.
And then you did, and it was.
And yeah, it's got this it's kind of that newer style where it's like, the drums are kind of like doing more of like a groove rather than like the kind of straight ahead thing that they're doing on the older metal.
But it's very undoubtedly
And
gritty,
it's a
yeah.
Killer riff.
Oh, great riff. Great production on the song, just generally. Like, it just sounds so good.
Yes. And it's called Ghost Ship of Cannibal Rats.
Are you foreshadowing
I
something
am
for
not.
yourself? Oh. I mean, Ghost would count.
No,
Ghost
they didn't make the list.
Ghost
oh
didn't
yeah,
quite
I guess
make mine either.
that could be double foreshadowing.
Anyway,
why
though.
don't you post-shadow what your number 7 is?
Well, my number 7, also Motley Crue, not the same Motley Crue.
Is it Kickstart My
Yeah,
Heart?
I did go with Quick Start My Heart. It was I almost went Dr. Feelgood, but then I heard them both again, and there's only one of them makes me feel like a human race car. I think that's key to, like, at least, like, 10 through 5 of my metal songs is just, like, how much do I want to, like, jump around to them? So Kickstart My Heart, it does not fail. As soon as I hear just, like, the dive bombs in the very beginning, it's like, okay, it's on, here we go. It's just like, what a great song. I mean, Motley Crue, I mean, I have to say, what a great band, despite their genres, They're definitely, they still
So
have my
Wingers
respect.
17 is not going to be your number 1.
Are you saying it's going to be yours? Because
It is not.
Good. Oh, no.
All right, my number 6 is Panic Attack by Dream Theater.
Okay, yes.
So this is just kind of, I mean, some of they're very much in the prog category overall, but this is unquestionably metal. This is just, it's got that amazing
I'd say they're
bass line.
generally
It's
metal,
just,
yeah.
They're about like 50-50. Like Images and Words is probably like zero metal.
Like leans
and then
prog
like
rock, yeah, and then Panic Attack. Oh yeah.
Panic Attack, that's just like
I think I've stolen the intro to Panic Attack several times in Lemon Knife songs. Doom, 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 doom.
our lawyers say you have to cut that out of the video, Mia.
How do I have to cut it out of the video but not cut the riffs from the songs?
No, as long as you don't admit it, you're fine.
I'm not sure that's how it works. I'm sure if I don't admit it, it's even worse.
No. What's your number 6?
It's also a Dream Theater song.
Let's see.
Neck and neck. It was not Panic Attack. Do you want to guess first? I don't even know if you're going to guess
It has to
it.
be metal. Okay.
I mean, I guess you may end up disagreeing, but I think this song's pretty metal.
Okay. All right. My guess is it's going to be Pull Me Under, and I'm going to disagree that it's metal.
No.
All right.
At least one of those things might still remain true, though. This is Blind Faith, which I did not expect to pick this as my favorite, but then I went through all my Dream Theater again. It's like, okay, Dream Theater is going to appear someone on the list. I already know this. And it's very, I don't even know what it is about it exactly. Okay, are you about to big review
I
on
don't
this?
think it's metal. I think like
I mean, what about
I think, like,
the various solos like towards
yes,
the end?
there's
Like that made them
solos.
pretty.
I think like that
they're
like
pretty metal.
one of
solos.
those verse riffs is kind of metal, like the second verse maybe.
The intro is very Tool, and I'd call Tool metal,
Yeah.
like prog metal, but still metal. You know.
We'll agree to disagree.
Okay. Well, anyway, Blind Faith. I think
It's got like a refined piano recital in it.
I don't know. I love that bit. It just I just envision like the entire band like blacking out, and there's just like a spotlight, and then suddenly the keyboardist is wearing like a tuxedo, and then it just all goes back to normal, and his outfit just immediately changes back to whatever he's wearing. I don't even know what these people look like, but I don't know. I just like the delivery of the vocals and just like the various riffs in it. And I think 6 Degrees of Inner Turbulence probably comes out to be my favorite Dream Theater album, though it's close with Images and Words.
Yeah, I probably like Images and Words and then Octavarium. Which
Those
has
are both really
Panic
good.
Attack, Octavarium, Root of All Evil.
Yep.
That album has a lot of their metal stuff. Like
I mean, Panic Attack came this close to being my actual pick, and was also going to be probably number 6.
I'm glad those two both actually we picked different ones for. Because I still have, the one I was thinking when I said we'd have one in common was not either of those. So my hope is still alive.
Perhaps, my dear.
All right. My number 5 is Rust in Peace Polaris by Megadeth.
Figured Megadeth would be somewhere.
Yes, they got to be on there. They've got such great songs. You know, I think I even probably like their best songs better than Metallica's, except for their very best. Whatever.
The very best Neil Diamond,
Anyway,
yeah.
this song has just like such a phenomenal, like that's got one of those really killer like drum intros. It's got just such great riffs. It's one of their couple of songs where they do like a transition halfway through to a completely different riff. They kind of go to this like faster, go from the kind of like, is that 6/8 maybe the verse?
I want to maybe I want to
Maybe
say
the
it's
chorus
just like,
is like.
it may still be 4/4, but like with a 6/8 like polyrhythm or something.
Maybe, yeah. But anyway, it goes from kind of like a slower thing to just a more straight up aggressive like thrash thing for the last 2 minutes of the song, and just like.
On the other hand, he
fantastic.
talks a lot about wrestling nostrils.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing with me and Megadeth. As much as I respect them, I can't quite get over how like over the top Dave Mustaine is vocally. Like, just the whole sweating bullets thing.
Well, yeah, I think that's why I want a song where it kind of goes with it as opposed to
that's just my
against it.
personal limitation. Do you know what I mean? But I still like their stuff a lot.
All right, what's Mia's number 5?
Number 5. So this is another one that I may get some comments being like, this isn't really metal.
Well, we don't get any comments on these videos, so I
Okay,
think
but
you're
if I
probably
did,
safe.
but if we did start getting comments, if at any point we start getting comments and people start, doing this retroactively,
Well, we get
like
the
5
comment
years,
where it's like black oak blackla dot give us money.
not 9:30 boob action. There's no boob action at 9:30 at any of our videos. Not many of our videos go to 9:30.
Most of them. This one's at 14:50.
Yeah, but like our cover videos.
Oh,
Sometimes
cover
they show
videos,
up
yeah.
there and they're just like, no, there's still no boob action here. I'm sorry. I don't know
Maybe
if
it's
that's
a
what you're looking
request.
for. Yeah, can they be your boobs?
Maybe. We'll see.
They're not gonna be mine. Anyway, this is Death Alley Driver by Rainbow. So Rainbow went through a bunch of phases of, true to Richie Blackmore's
rainbow in the dark.
True to Richie Blackmore's clearly wonderful personality, multiple lead singers, probably other band members. So this is the Joe Lynn Turner era. They had some more prominent guys like Dio, so he was really good, but I think like Joe Lynn Turner has like this fantastic dark grit to his voice. I'm not sure. I think it's just very it reminds me of a darker Ian Gillan. I like it. Oh no, I've done it again.
He's got the pen.
And this song might have my favorite Richie Blackmore solo, which I think is what takes it to the top. It's just this fantastically neoclassical, just very melodic but still very metal solo. I think overall the song takes the kind of structure of a Black Sabbath style metal, where it's just kind of the straight ahead rocker. But it definitely is metal, and I think it just there's once again something about it makes me want to hop out and become an actual car. Which in this case there's actually a car involved. It's a terrible music video, by the way.
Is a Death Alley driver like a Death Valley driver?
It's just a big
Somebody
metaphor.
who drives down alleys and runs people over?
It's just a big metaphor for being a fast liver or whatever. It's not exactly fast liver.
Hopefully
it
he has
processes
a
lot.
fast liver. Yeah,
if he's a
people in
fast
those
liver, he
bands
needs a fast
probably need
liver.
one. All right, my number 4 is "Killing in the Name" by Rage Against the
Good
Machine.
choice.
I think there's nothing much else to say about that one. We've probably talked about it on at least one other video, but just timeless protest classic, all-time great groove. But definitely the funkiest of the things on this list,
Oh yeah. And just very cutting, just wonderful stuff.
Yeah. What's your number 4?
Number 4. What is my number 4? Hang on. Okay, this is where we start getting to the section of the list where it stops being straight ahead rockers and starts being super depressing all the time. I just start revealing myself as this wonderfully happy individual until we get back to number
So
1.
this
where
one
it's
is
a
a
little more
Lana
optimistic.
Del Rey song.
Is she metal? She's not metal. No, but this is Judas Priest's most depressing song called Beyond the Realms. I assume anyway. Beyond the Realms of Death. That's a pretty
guess.
depressing song. I'm trying to think of what's more depressing
Well, I
than
feel like he kind of ascends in the song.
He literally shuts himself off via catatonia because he's so depressed.
I always thought
He only smiles when he dies.
Well, I thought he was
And then
kind
he died! By the
I
way.
thought he was kind of transcending or whatever.
I don't know. They also end with how many like him are there still? I don't think this
It's
song is
probably not.
terribly happy.
I think Better by You, Better Than Me might be more depressing. Because that's the war veteran, PTSD, and all that.
I mean, definitely fair. Oh, but when they said yeah in the song, they were actually saying kill yourself, right? That was
Yep.
that whole controversy. Everybody, you got to look up the court footage of Rob Halford being asked to sing the song aloud and confirm that there is no suicidal messaging in it. It's great stuff.
All right, my number 3 is an expected band, but an unexpected pick.
What?
What's it going to be, Mia?
I think I accidentally saw it.
Okay, it's All Nightmare Long by Metallica.
Yes, I thought I did.
Yes, this is
good pick.
Master of Puppets could also easily have been my pick. Certainly a lot of the classics by Metallica are really good, but I like All Nightmare Long a lot off their 2000s album Death Magnetic, where it's just this really killer main riff. It's almost like if they were crossed with a kind of skate punk kind of band, they're just kind of down. It's got this great threatening vocals by James Hetfield.
Ow!
A lot of different parts, great drumming, just fantastic thrasher.
Metallica's definitely my favorite out of the big 4 metal bands.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, only 2 of them are on my list, and they've already been.
Yeah, I had a feeling actually. But you may see them again with a more predictable song choice. But first, we're gonna have "Blackest Eyes" by Porcupine Tree. So, this is another one that I'm sure people are going to say, is this really metal? I think it is. I'm going to say it is. I think Porcupine Tree have done both. I'd say this song is metal, maybe softer metal, but as is. Where we're continuing the depressing trend. Here's a kid that grows up to be a serial killer, and
Yay! But great back and forth, like
Yes.
it's one of those things where it goes between soft and loud, but in a lot of songs the soft part is kind of like also like slow and wimpy. Like in this one the soft part is almost like a
It's
like
menacing.
sing along
It
folk song kind of thing. Like
yeah, but at the same time, it's very menacing. Like, there's that, like, little whisper under "It's so erotic when your makeup runs." Like, whenever
Yeah.
I hear that, I just shudder. Like, ugh. Which is exactly the effect, and I think it's wonderfully done.
but yeah, but it like keeps you hooked in. Like it's not like okay, get back to the loud part.
Yeah, exactly.
And
It's
then the loud part is like just explosive, yeah.
one of the best riffs, like, ever. But
All
I
right.
just
Anyway,
kept thinking
before we
about it.
continue our riff karaoke, so number 2 here is Painkiller, Judas Priest.
I had a feeling
I was
this
thinking
was
you were going to
somewhere.
have that on your list, but you went with the Realms of Death instead.
Not quite, yeah, but good choice.
Yeah,
Very good
that's
choice.
just 6 minutes of pure cheese adrenaline.
Cheese adrenaline.
Cheese adrenaline.
Adrenaline to work off the cheese that you've been
Yeah,
eating.
it's got a big drum solo at the beginning. It's just like extremely fast. It's probably the fastest of all the songs on my list in BPM or whatever. Just very
We can confirm
aggressive,
that
and
later.
then it's got Rob Halford's like biggest screams. He's just like Painkiller.
We just saw these guys, and he did that again, and he's 70 something, and I'm
Yes.
like, I can't do that now. Please quickly listen to Lemon Knife while I still sound half as good as Rob Halford does now. It was very impressive. Anyway, I think that drum intro has the same effect that, like, the dive bombs at the beginning of Kickstart My Heart has. Like, you know what's coming. You know what this is. Okay, number 2. Remember I mentioned Metallica? Yeah, Metallica's coming. And Metallica, I mean, I've got to go 1.
1. Yep.
But that's number 2. I still remember when I first heard this song. My dad made a mix CD, I think, of just, like, generally, like, alternative rock and metal and, like, things from that era. And one was there, and they came to the part where darkness imprisoning me, and I screamed and ran off from the Walkman. I'm like, I can't listen to this! It's scary! It's scary! I was like 8 years old. Ah! No, stop!
Hey Mia.
Which says a lot about how menacing the song is, because I think, like, even then I kind of got it, you know, like, because my dad's a war vet, and so obviously he's not quite as bad off as the character in 1, but just knowing the horrid existence it must be to, like, have no limbs, have no senses, but you're still alive, just, it really captures that, and it's another great happy number from Mia's list.
Alright, speaking of war, you probably know my number 1 anyway.
I think I do.
Yeah, this is, it was probably also, I think, the highest ranking metal song we did our top 100.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is like, yeah, well, like when,
I think you're right.
yeah, I think the first, like, metal album I ever listened to was like, I listened to a lot of just the random music that the internet recommended me, the nerds on the video game message forums. And so I got Power Slave by Iron Maiden, and it was just like walking to it, it was like, I felt like I had just like drunk a ton of caffeine or something. It was just like, the music was like literally like just caffeinating me or whatever.
That's what I was talking about before, yeah.
Yeah, and then this is, I think, the best song on the album. I would say the best song by them, and according to my list, the best metal song ever. This is 2 Minutes to Midnight.
Oh, you know what? I actually guessed wrong in my head.
Oh, what were you
I thought you were
thinking?
going to do Hallowed Be Thy Name.
Oh,
was
yeah,
another really good
that was
one,
also a really good one. But no, I like 2 Minutes to Midnight. It's just super aggressive. It's got all-time great riff. The bridge is killer. Like, the moment when it comes back in, it's like,
Oh,
I
yes.
can't not, like, air drum along. Our snare in Rock Band is probably dented. 20% of its dents are from, like,
From
that
this one,
coming
yes.
back in. Yeah. And it's got great like anti-war lyrics.
Oh, the jaws of the war machine invaded with our babies.
Oh yes, and of course, well delivered by Mr. Dickinson as always.
Yes. Yeah, better delivered than that.
The napalm screams. Oh no.
We should try covering that at some point.
You want to put your faith in me for that?
Well, you could do the riff, I bet.
The riff, and that is where it ends.
I
If-
could try just doing like a punk version of the vocals. It wouldn't be as good, but.
Yeah, but like the
Napalm
soloing-
screams, human flesh. Well,
There's a
you can
zillion
do some
guitars
solos.
going on.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. All right, what's your number one?
Also Iron Maiden.
Oh, right. Yeah, you still have them left. What will Mia pick? Infinite Dreams?
No, it's changed from my top 100 actually. I'll give you a clue. It gets back to optimism. I thought through this for a long time. It's like
Can't be
I
the
really like
Wicker
this
Man
one.
then.
It can't be. That eliminates a lot of Iron Maiden songs. Oh yeah, it's Passchendaele.
Yep. All right, I don't know what optimistic songs they have.
Wasted Years, I'd say, is pretty optimistic.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'd say so. Or
Yeah.
at least he's telling someone to be optimistic. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'll give it to you fully.
So, I mean, what a just like such a like heroically sing along, like in like the best possible way this number is, and then just
Yeah,
like
it's like they kind of went out to write a glam metal song, but they only kept like the best parts of it. Like it
And then,
definitely
like, they
sounds
definitely
distinct
infused
from
it
their
with
other
Maiden.
songs, but like it's still like 100% them.
yeah, like you can definitely like it can't be anyone else. I mean, what like fantastic vocals, great like intro riff. I still remember watching someone try to do this on ukulele, and it just makes me very upset even thinking about it.
No.
They literally try to do that. But that's the wrong genre.
Smash
band.
their ukulele.
Smashing ukulele, I don't think has quite the same effect. It's too easy.
We could smash them instead.
That's our metal list.
Yes.
We'll see you when we're smashing ukuleles on next. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Good night.